So, true story. So there's this thing that I used to do. I can't do it as well anymore. I'm not sure if it was because it was a form of escapism or what, but um, call them scenarios. I know that's not what those are because usually those are working through topics in your mind, like or things that that's to help you work process what's going to happen or what could happen, what could be, what it's to help you think of what could be. And mine's a little different. Mine's are more involved in that. They'll be like basic example. How do I explain this without sounding bad, creepy, or a combination of the both? But the best example I can give is there was a time back around 2018 and 2019, where I would do those and they were super involved. I would picture myself, I guess you could call it. I would picture myself up as best as you can because we're not always looking at our faces. We don't always see what our faces look like in the mirror, and we're not thinking about that always. We just see, we might look down and see our own bodies, but unless you're usually mine were in first person too. That's another thing. They would be in first person, but without making myself sound creepy or anything. The best example of those I could give would be back in like 2018 when I would hyper obsess. I hyper obsess over things, like not to like an insane degree. It's more shown in those. No, not in those. That's just it. They're the personality is still my own, and it's still me. It's still the same dress style, still the same, the taste. The only difference is a lot of these will be I might make myself seem like I have more money than I might have, or just add little details that are obviously more. They're hopefully wishfully optimistic, like, oh hey, this one I have, in this one I have like so much amount, such and such amount, but that's about it. I try not to go to yeah, there's a dark process to that, but those are just like, because I have a nonverbal learning disorder. I'm a very visual learner. I learn by by reading, by following along with videos, with music, and all of this. And so, around that time, I was listening to Bangtan a lot, BTS, a lot, like, constantly listening to them, and, and then listening to other music, but then also doing these pictures in my mind, doing those pictures in my mind at the same time. I would, like, best example, like, example, there's so many options from just that alone, and that is the reason why I'm making this video right now. And the best one, like, the best example of those would be like, but forewarned, this was seen as a fantasy to me. I didn't think, and I say I didn't think because of something that I'm gonna have to mention. But it was, I was in the thought process of someone who did not live in that country and would watch videos, funny moments, music videos, those, BTS mom stuff, that kind of stuff, those, watching the, all those funny moments where they show them at the meet and greets and the behind the scenes and the, just all those. I would watch those, and I would then later after after I watched all those videos, I would watch all those videos, listen to the music, get a basic idea of where I wanted those to go. Then afterwards, I would lay there. Sometimes I would smoke weed. Stoner. Well, it occurred to me that I do not fit the playbill of a stoner completely. So I say I smoke on occasion, and I still smoke. But sometimes I would be smoking weed, sometimes not. And I would lay there, listen to music, close my eyes, and just like picture, for example, like one of the main themes in those was me joining Bangtan as the only female. And around that time, I experienced something called, well, there's two moments, and the second one I didn't realize was not the same thing as the first, but it kind of coincides. I dealt with an out of body experience one time during that time frame. There was one night I was asleep, or I was almost asleep. I was almost asleep, but I was asleep, or I was almost asleep. It was kind of a mix of both. And I had my eyes closed, and I was outside my body. And anytime I tried to open my eyes that were closed, I would just see. How do I make it look like I'm asleep? Do I look like I'm asleep on camera? So yeah, I try to open my eyes and look exactly like this. I just see myself with my eyes closed, sleeping in the bed. Anytime I tried to open my eyes in this moment, and I'm going to explain how this coincides with the scenarios, I promise. Anytime I would open my eyes in that, I would not like see where I was going. I would just see my face. But I could feel the carpet in my bedroom. I could feel the tile out in the living room. I could hear things. I could still, and it was possibly an ethereal projection, astral travel. And then the second time was actually during one of those scenarios I was doing with myself and Bangdan, picturing myself with Bangdan. And this time, that one, I was stoned. I was smoking a bowl, and I was high, and I was laying there drifting off. I had my eyes closed, just like this, and I was just, picturing myself, and I opened my eyes, and I want you guys to know I had a type of those lights that are like hidden inside some plexiglass shit, something like that. But I'm on my bed, I'm laying there, and I open my eyes, and I'm like this. I startled, because it was so strong, that moment. It was powerfully obvious, it was powerfully apparent that I was not, in that moment, that I was not in my conscious was not in my own body, but with them, with the group no less, because it occurred to me that this is a new opinion. It just popped up in my thought process. It was new to me and to them, and I didn't understand back then. I'm a psychic medium. I'm very in tune with spiritual realms and other realms and all that. It's apparent now. Clairvoyant might be clairvoyant. If you don't know what a psychic medium is, psychic medium is a dumbed down version of clairvoyant. And I realized that powerful energy was new, still being worked out, being processed, and apparently it's more powerful than I thought. Okay, not if it's not have anything bad. If that was okay, anyway, and so it broke through. Apparently, what I've learned this year alone is that it reached them. Those reached them, and I noticing that I have spent this entire year trying to truly audition, but not in the way you expect, not like online videos or anything, but with astral travel, with etherical travel, because it worked. I mean, I have reason, without a doubt, to believe, to know in my heart that if you believe in soulmates, of course, but I have no doubt in my mind, after sensing the energy, his energy showing back up in my life, showing back up. That's what I meant. It's kind of what I meant. It's kind of what I meant. My true love, my soulmate is Jungkook, is J-Hope. That sounds silly. It sounds so unbelievable. It sounds pretend. It sounds make-believe, but it's not. I've been seriously breaking down for months. I have been in tears. My mental health has been so bad. Trying to fight for this, that I ended up having a psychotic break, or whatever you want to call them, and I got sent to a mental health center near my location. I can't. If I can't even say if, because this is true. I'm not sure how much I am now consciously aware of the fact that I'm not even completely sure how much of my own goddamn location I'm allowed to talk about anymore. But I went there, and I was out of it, but when I finally came to a bit while I was there, I thought it would help. I figured, and it did. There's changes. I'm not, and I can show you proof that I've been trying to reach out to. I'll when I go back and edit this, I'll add in screenshots right about now of the message I've sent to just Jungkook. Nothing juicy, nothing to start any gossip. I'm not gonna do that to him or me. Don't worry, I don't want any new rumors. Forgive me. That clairvoyant psychic medium stuff is telling me that that it would start more rumors surrounding us. But so I'm not gonna incriminate myself or anything, or him, with that screenshot. But I'm just gonna show you some of this, more poetic side, and that's what I've been trying to reach out all this year, and it's really upsetting because, look, if it was just because I was sending one idol messages, I would understand. I would understand the lack of response. I would understand. But I've also been reaching out to Yoongi and Ramon, sometimes, and just no response. And I'm just aware of the fact that they've noticed. I've become noticeable to that side of musical entertainment, at least for that one group. And God, I sound insane when I try to put it to words, but it's not. It's still happening. It's still happening. first, they're all like, don't worry, we're coming. We're gonna come get you. We're gonna come, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, my love for, my real love for Jungle Duck is taking control so much that I'm afraid to even keep sending out messages too, because I've sent too much. And I'm scared that it's making me look like a crazy person when that wasn't my intention. There's the side where they're aware and they're like, hey, we're gonna come get you. We're gonna come, you know, it's gonna finally happen. But then the other side is like, they'll be like, we've noticed we're here, we're almost there, and I go outside and just, it stops. It's like I'm alone. Like, I can't tell you when, I can't say, this is gonna be public, I know it is, and this is gonna fuck, this is gonna go everywhere, oh, fuck, but, anyway, you know, there's that side, hey, we're gonna come get you, we're gonna come pick you up, and then there's that side, yeah, the second I'm outside, it's just, it just switches. And I mean, maybe I've tried, and just nothing. And it hurts really bad because I can sense people's emotions. I can read people's emotions even through videos. Even those. And my feelings aren't unrequited. That's just it. They're requited. The question is, why am I not hearing anything back? Why am I not hearing anything back? Why am I not? Okay. I'm gonna do a little project with the viewer right here, right now. Okay. If you like to be unknown by the time this hits YouTube, just put on some sunglasses. You know, just say, hey, I'm in sunglasses and a mask. But, the best example, sit there right now, and just from your point of view, imagine that I and the viewers watching everybody, we're just, whoever watches this video, just, that works. That's fine, Hobie. Picture me and you, we're standing in a field, and just let your mind figure that out. Go from there, and just, green grass everywhere, trees if you want there to be, or the view with an open sea, something, and just, we're gonna test this out. Future predictive wise, okay? Whoa. Hat. White sweatshirt. Oh, for God's sakes. Hobie, really? Oh, yeah, by the way, the etherical projection. Look, I know this makes me sound crazy obsessive, but, when this is to the public eye, fans, let me know something. Do they a lot? Just please just